welcome to my channel, or welcome back, loyal viewers. I'm Kerry, the nosy housefrau, and I am filming once again in the guest room, aka my quarantine cell, and having a ball playing dress up. 'Cause I'm in quarantine, 52, acting like I'm 17. Woohoo! Not sponsored, not affiliated. I'm just playing with my Toddy Beauty eyeshadow and my Gerard Cosmetics Merlot lipstick. This is not exactly a look I would wear out to the Kroger's to go grocery shopping, but it was fun to play. Today I'm sticking my nose in on the piping hot tea that is the H3h3 Keemstar Drama. On May 19th, Ethan Klein of h3h3 Productions uploaded a video titled Content Nuke Keemstar. This was clearly an homage or imitation of the very popular retired series Content Cop by YouTuber iDubbbz. I knew from Ethan's thumbnail there was no way he would hold a candle to iDubbbz's razor-sharp wit and epic truth bombs. Who could? Also, I don't really watch Ethan to begin with. The bits I've seen of his podcast I found cringy. I don't personally find him funny, and his drama with Trisha Paytas dating, air quotes, his brother-in-law Moses was faker than a Tiger King country song. Oh, he so fake. Having said that, I don't hate the guy by a long shot, and I was willing to put all of that aside and answer one basic question for myself. Is Ethan right about Keemstar? After watching the video, I have to say, although my opinion of Ethan's comedy chops hasn't changed, I thought overall he did a good job exposing Keemstar. It was pretty cohesive. A lot of people felt he should have included more current offenses from Keemstar. I was trying to go over what they might be and remembered he even came for Metamorphosis Rox under a video she did about him. I did a video about that I will link below. But ultimately, it occurred to me Keemstar's combination of arrogance and ignorance has been a legion. Mark Dice tweeted Keemstar, after my recent Twitter rant about YouTube demonetizing hundreds of my videos making fun of CNN, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and other Democratic politicians, they DM'd me today and said the moderators consider my comedy demeaning and incendiary. Keem responded, I'm working out a plan with YouTube to get all of us paid again. What's happening is not right. We're saved! So I've known about his shenanigans for a while, but gleefully doxing people, that is next level. And I don't recall him ever apologizing for any of it. Now, I already knew from iDubbbz's Content Cop that Keemstar was a jerk, and used inappropriate language to say the least, but what I didn't know, or somehow missed, was that he is a loud, proud doxer. When that came up in Ethan's video, I felt compelled to check the original video it was in to make sure it wasn't something taken out of context. It wasn't. In fact, it was even worse in context. In a video by a YouTuber named Blowblacks, for reasons that will never make sense, Keemstar compared doxing to harassing, and basically said there's nothing wrong with it because doxing is not harassing. What? The vlogger who runs that channel sounds a lot younger than Keemstar, but he has to try and explain why Keemstar was wrong. It was beyond ridiculous. At one point there were a few voices and someone said doxing wasn't illegal, just wrong. Wrong. Doxing is illegal, and even if it weren't, Keemstar shouldn't need it explained to him that whether or not he intends to harass someone, doxing people puts their life at risk, and puts them at risk of being swatted, etc. Is this guy trolling? Who is this clueless? At the time of this video, there have been two more, Keemstar's response and another response from Ethan, who I felt did a much better job addressing Keemstar's video than Keemstar did in his angry, all-over-the-place response rant. In Ethan's Nuke video, he shows clips of Keemstar being very insensitive to someone having troubles. Now, this was considered a big issue, and in Keemstar's rant reply, he flat out says Ethan is holding him responsible for the unfortunate events you all surely know about surrounding Etika. Let's avoid a visit from Count de Monet. You know what I'm talking about, and I will put links below. In his response, Ethan said, Keemstar is arguing against a claim he didn't make. That's correct, Ethan, and that's called a straw man, in case you didn't know. We've seen it a lot on these YouTubes. A person will argue against whatever makes your argument look weaker, even if they have to exaggerate. flat out lie. But I don't think anyone watching would think that Keemstar's behavior was beneficial in any way to someone vulnerable and or struggling. And that has nothing to do with Ethan. That's all on Keemstar. In perhaps the most touching moment of the entire video, Ethan defends 66-year-old vlogger Tony, RSGold AndGlory, against the landslide of hate he got when Keemstar falsely identified him as, we'll say, a bad fellow. You can imagine the worst. At first, Keemstar had given an apology for that and said that's something he tries not to do and he's going to make it right. But then, at some point, I think about a year later or so, he turned on Tony, saying, I'm not going to be responsible for people trolling you, and really didn't seem to care that Tony was still having a problem every single day. Ethan brought everyone's attention to this, and afterwards, Tony made a video that said, H3H3, you've changed my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I can't believe the unbelievable, fantastic day I just had. I mean, this gentleman named Ethan, who is H3H3, made a video and sent more love to me and my family than you can possibly imagine. You know, you should have seen the smile on my two nephews and my niece's face. You should have seen the smile on Eric's face. Hell, my sister, I mean, you couldn't believe how happy she was, you know. And basically all he did was just tell the truth. And Ethan, you reaffirmed to me that there's many, 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 many really nice people on the internet. And it's not just some, you know, bad place that a bunch of, you know, clowns or jackasses come and mess with people, you know. You did something today that is life-changing. You changed my life. You changed my family's life. And I just want to make sure that I take the time to say thank you. Yeah.
I'm not crying. You're crying. I've just got glistening, tacky glitter. And you know, that victory was short-lived because some piece of crap, or two or three, decided that it would be funny to post Tony's passing. So he had to wake up the next day to find out that people had announced his passing and he had to deal with that. He wasn't too pleased, as you can imagine. He's 66 years old. He was like, you little bastards. And I don't blame him. I'm sure Keemstar would deny having any hand in this, but I believe he does, because at the end of his video to Ethan, he says, you have support, but so do I, and my supporters are pissed. Good luck, Ethan. You're gonna need it. So if that's not a call to arms for his minions, I don't know what is. I thought one of the best points that Ethan made was in his response to Keemstar's response, his second video on this matter, where he pointed out that in Keemstar's rant response to him, Keemstar said, you went for my sponsors and that's never been done before. And then Ethan showed examples of Keemstar doing exactly that. Like, I don't even think Keemstar is aware of these things. He's like, this has never been done. Congratulations, you've come for my sponsors. He says that he got on the phone with his sponsor G Fuel and he had to step down because he didn't want, you know, them to have problems. That didn't even sound right to me. Like, they didn't fire him. He dropped them. They didn't drop him. That's his story and he's sticking to it. I'm skeptical. No confirmation on this just yet, but according to Business Insider, allegedly Ethan has been dropped by Old Spice as a sponsor. I didn't even know he had been picked up. That's how out of the loop I am, but supposedly he may have been dropped. As an aside, my fond memories of Old Spice go back to 1970, where my dad wore it all the time. He was so dapper, so drunk. Some people have suggested this is fake drama. What do you think? It looks pretty real to me. But I don't know, some people really polish their act. I do think in the future, if people question anyone giving Keemstar an interview, that's a very valid question. It's a valid thing to do, to say, why would you support this person? And things are really piling up. This is clearly far from over. If you've watched this far, I so appreciate you. Thank you, subscribers, old and new. You've been wonderful to me. I have no words. So as always, I'm looking forward to your thoughts and engaging with you in the comments. Thank you very much. And until next time, Hausfrau out.